casting off stitches in the middle of a row. In some projects, such as shaping the collar of a jumper, you may be required to cast off stitches in the center of a row and then continue knitting. In this video, we'll show you how to cast off mid-row to create the neckline. Top tip: follow the instructions in your pattern carefully, as there can be a lot of variations when it comes to necklines, from straight and rounded ones to V-shaped. Each pattern will tell you when and how many stitches to knit and cast off for your project. We have knitted the front panel of this jumper and are at the row that requires us to cast off. Start by knitting the next row until the cast off instructions begin. In our project, we'll knit 6 stitches. We now have 6 loops on our right hand needle. Our pattern tells us to cast off the next 6 stitches. Top tip: ensure that you start your cast off from the next stitch, keeping 6 stitches on your right hand needle for later. Knit the next 2 stitches. Using your left needle, pick up the second stitch from the right hand needle tip. Bring this stitch over the stitch closest to the needle tip and slide it off the needle. We have now cast off 1 stitch. Knit the next stitch, then pick up the second stitch on the right needle, slide it over the first one and off the needle. We have now cast off the second stitch. Repeat these steps until you have cast off the required number of stitches. There will be 1 stitch on your right hand needle after the last cast off stitch. This single stitch counts as the first one for this side of the cast off. And we have only 5 more stitches on our left hand needle. We'll now knit the remaining 5 stitches to finish our row. Once our row has been completed, we'll have 6 stitches on either side of the cast off section. We can now continue working across each shoulder section separately. Your pattern will tell you how many rows to knit and where to decrease. Once you have completed your first shoulder, you'll rejoin the yarn to knit your second shoulder. You can now cast off stitches in the middle of a row.